Hello makers, welcome to Makershala. I hope all of you are doing fine. You are staying at home and enjoying the quarantine sessions. So here, all of you are welcome to this quarantine series on new technologies. So we'll just start in a bit. So here I am able to see comments. Last time there was an issue with the comments, but now, hello everyone. Hello Rimi, Bhumika. Hello everyone. So okay, I'm able to see a couple of people here. All of you are here. Okay. How many students are here? If you are a student, type student. Or if you are an educator, type educator. Okay. Yes, Gagandeep, I am also excited. Hello, hello, hello. If you are a student, type that I am a student. Else, if you are a educator, type that you are an educator. Okay. Ashima, class is already started. We are already at the class. Okay. Okay, a lot of students are here. So mostly are the students here. Okay, a lot of people are commenting. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so this is a lockdown series, and I would like to remind all of you that this is a lockdown series, and we are streaming live for 2 videos each week, Wednesday and on Sunday. Every week we will discuss about 2 technologies, how these technologies work, how can we use them, and then we will learn. In the last session we have learned about Scratch and particularly game programming using Scratch, and today we will learn design thinking process using the tool called Tinkercad. So Tinkercad is also a free open source software. You can access it using by going to the website www.tinkercad.com. Okay, but before we begin the session, I would like to go on to the Makershala.com. So here, this is our website Makershala.com, and here this is the community section where if you made a project, for example you made a game using Scratch, or you will make something today, and you can upload that project here at the community section. So here we can see a person has uploaded a game also. So yesterday I was seeing it. So here it is a flying wizard game. Okay, that was using Scratch. That looks very good. So it is made by Komal Jain, and a lot of people had made masks. Some electronic projects are also there. I have seen a game also that we made in the last time. Okay, so this is from the Kapish Kumar. So a lot of people are making games and using these technologies, and they are uploading their projects to the community section also. Okay, so I guess now we can get started with the session. So here it is Tinkercad. I am at the Tinkercad, and you can just go to this website www.tinkercad.com. So first we will discuss basics of Tinkercad. What is Tinkercad, what you can build with Tinkercad, and what are the basics commands working in that, and then we will start working with design thinking process. What is design thinking process, what are different steps in that process, and how can you use that process to solve real life challenges in the world. Okay, so first of all, if you are new here, you can just go to www.tinkercad.com, and login is also very easy. So I'll just show you how to log in. So I'll just log out from here, and if you just open this website www.tinkercad.com, you can just click here at the sign in. Okay, is video good? Is there any issue with the video? Okay, so video is good. And okay, so if you come here and you click just onto this button sign in, and now you need to enter you just can log in using simple your Google ID. So sign in with Google, and now you need to select your Gmail ID with which you want to log in. Okay, so video is good, it is smooth, Okay, good. Okay, so Shikha is saying speak little slow. Okay, surely I'll speak slowly from now onwards. Okay, so here you can see I am at the Tinkercad. So Tinkercad is consisting a lot of things. So first of all, you can see here it is having we have here 3D designs. We can create 3D designs with Tinkercad, and then it is having circuits. You can build electronic circuits and simulate those circuits. Okay, and then it has the code blocks also. You can program a 3D design using codes. Okay, so it has all of these. So it has all of these capabilities here. You can do a lot of things. So here we will use 3D design in this session. In the future session, we will definitely going to use the circuit module also. So you just click onto 3D design, and here you can see all of the design which is made by you here. And then if you click onto this create new design, this will open your Tinkercad canvas where you can design things. So here this is our Tinkercad, this is our canvas or the workplace, and here we can see all of the commands which we can use. Okay, please go slow. Okay, so this time it is good. I am having a very good feedback with all of you. Earlier it was it was that of an issue, but here, so you can see here these are all of basic geometries which we are going to use. And if how many of you have used any CAD software, SolidWorks, CATIA, or Autodesk 360, Fusion, or I think 1234 CAD was also a software. So how many of you use that software? Kindly comment below. No issues, no issues. I'll move very slowly. We have a lot of time today. There is no need of any class code. You can just watch this video by going onto the Makershala YouTube channel. And one thing is remaining. So I can see 304 people here. A lot of people have not subscribed to Makershala YouTube channel. So now, first of all, subscribe to Makershala YouTube channel. So here, if you go onto the YouTube, and if you open any channel, if you open any video, just click onto the subscribe button. Okay, so these are our videos. Everyone subscribe. First of all, subscribe, then we will move ahead. Okay, so here if you have, we have so many videos. We have DIY videos of mobile game steering, DIY pantograph, DIY LED arcade. We have built so many projects. You can learn so many things from these. Okay, first of all, subscribe to Makershala YouTube channel. So if you come here and if you click on any video, by going down at this button here, you will see a subscribe button. Because I am at the Makershala, that is why I am not able to see this. But if you come here, you will be able to see a subscribe button. Click on that red button. And like this video also. It is really important, because whenever we will start a live stream, you will get a notification of that. And we are going to do 2 live streams, lockdown special series, 2 technologies each week. Okay. Vaibhav Gupta, what you will make, it is up to us. We will find a problem and then we will build a solution for that. We will create a 3D design and then we are going to make a physical prototype also. Okay, so we will build something. Let's see what we are going to build. Okay, so okay, subscribe. A lot of people have subscribed. So here you can see this is community section. We will just discuss what is design thinking. How many of you know what is the meaning of design thinking, or what is the design thinking process? If you don't have a 3D printer, that you will not be able to 3D print it. It is as simple as that. Okay, so what is design thinking? So there are a lot of companies. You must have heard about SpaceX, Tesla, Microsoft, Google, Apple. So all of these companies are building very exciting products and very exciting services. So how do you think, how are they able to make that? Okay, so is there any hidden technique that only these big corporations know, that we people don't know. Okay, so what the secret they are having? A lot of companies are using design thinking process to solve the problems. First of all, identifying the problems, and then to solve the problems, and then to create innovative and sustainable solutions for those problems. Okay, so for that, so now we will discuss what is the design thinking process. So design thinking process contains multiple steps. We are going to discuss all of these steps here, and then we will make a prototype of the solution which we will come on, and then we will make that product in real life. We will make that product using cardboards and other stuff. Okay, so for that you need cardboard, pencil, scale, and eraser sharpener, and some glue or Fevicol. Okay, so you can arrange all of these things. Yes, we are going to make a real life prototype here. We are going to find a problem with all of you, and then we will solve a problem. We will come at a solution, and then we will design the solution using Tinkercad, and then we are going to make a real world prototype of that solution using cardboard. Okay. Okay, so now what we will do, we will discuss about design thinking. So how can we solve a problem, or how can we identify a problem? So this is called, the first step of a design thinking process is called as empathize. Okay, so I forgot the spelling of the empathize, but I think so I'll just draw it again. I'll rub it. So can any one of you tell me the spelling of empathize? Okay, so these are the spelling of empathize. I figured out myself. Okay, I remember that. So now we will, so what is the meaning of empathize? For example, if you want to solve a problem for a certain group, first of all you talk to those people. If I am a company, so like we are Makershala, we are working with the students and educators and the schools. So we have expertise in all of these fields, and so my audience will be school students, educators, schools. Okay, all of them. So now for, if I want to find a problem what all of them are facing, we will talk to them. Okay, so I'll just do it in Hindi also. So अगर हमें किसी भी ग्रुप की प्रॉब्लम्स को फाइंड करना है, तो सबसे पहले हम उनसे जाके बात करेंगे, क्योंकि ऐसा मुझे लग सकता है दैट आई एम थिंकिंग ओके दैट सर्टेन पीपल आर मे बी हैविंग दिस प्रॉब्लम, ओके, एंड दे मे बी हैविंग डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम, बट जब तक आप लोग उनसे बात नहीं करोगे, जब तक यू विल नॉट टॉक टू अ ग्रुप, you will not be able to find a problem. Okay, so now here what we will do, we will solve a problem regarding mobile phone accessories. Okay, so in that domain, for example, you cannot solve a whole of the problems. For example, we are into courses, online education, and all sort of things. So we cannot make a rocket like which really go into the Mars. Okay, so that is the different companies doing. So here first of all we will define the area. Okay, this is my expertise, I have knowledge of all of these things, and I want to solve the problem for this group. Okay, so now we want to solve a problem for mobile accessories related. Okay, so can you tell me what is the problem that you all face with mobile accessories? So what are the mobile accessories? Charger, your earphones, then you have phone cover, I think it comes in the accessory or not. So all of these things are the accessories, and what are the problems that we have using these accessories. Okay, so can you comment here, what are the problems that we face with in the domain of mobile phone accessories? Charger is not wireless. Yes, charger is not wireless. Okay. Okay, so a lot of people are asking how to go to whiteboard and how to do these things. We can make a behind the scene of the video. How can you stream like this? How can you teach on the internet, and how can you switch between multiple scenes? We can make a tutorial for that for the later. So battery is the problem. Okay, everyone comment. Okay, we are working together now. We all are finding a problem. because all of us are using a mobile phone or a tablet. Okay, so we are the perfect audience for this. We all can find this problem. Sometimes my charger does not charge my mobile there because your mobile phone jack may not be working properly. We are not the electrician here, we are the product designers. Okay, so we will figure out that kind of a problem. So problem in the jack, screensaver, sometimes there is no service. Can you describe empathize again? Okay, I'll explain it again. Excessive heating of mobile phone. So these are not the accessories related problems. Okay, here we are thinking about mobile phone charger, earphones. Okay, how to carry them, how to make them organized, because whenever I'm using earphones they are all tied, all like jumbled up. Okay, so we are discussing about all of this because there are so many problems in the world. You can do a lot of things, but we need to narrow down our approach, okay, depending upon our expertise. So here we are going to do find a problem on the accessories area, like mobile phone, charger, and all of these things. Sorry, the earphones and the charger. So someone is saying, I think Dr. Mini Lakshmi. Okay, so empathize means that if you want to solve a problem for a certain audience, then you talk to them. For example, you want to solve a problem for old people, then you will talk to them. Okay, what are the problems? Okay, how you go out, how you buy things, how you drive, how you move in the house, how you play, how you communicate with your friends. So we just talk to the people and then we take their interviews, and from them we can get the information. Okay, so this group may be having these problems, so this is the empathize. You just feel the problems but they may be having, you put yourself in their shoes. Okay, so if I am at that place, what problems maybe I am feeling. Okay, if there is a sick person, so he may be taking a lot of medications. Sometimes people forget when to take which medication, all of these things. Okay, so we just put ourselves into the other person's shoes and then we think, okay, this person might be having these problems, and then we come to the other parts. Okay, so here overheating phones, overheating, all of these things are not related to accessories. A lot of phones are having battery fixed in them, so battery is not an accessory anymore. Okay, so here, so some okay, so Charu ma'am is saying that earphone and charger cords are tangled. Yes, that is a very good problem. I pull wire too much. Okay, and so all of these things are related to the charging thing, the earphones and the charger. So can we make a product which will make our earphones or the charger untangled, so that we can keep them organized? Because whenever I'm going outside, okay, so I'll just put my earphones in the bag, and when I come back, when I need them again, these all are jumbled up, and then again I have to untie all of them. Okay, so can we come at a situation, can we come at a solution which just helps me in the which will help us in the organizing our earphones? So first step was to empathize, and then at the second step we have problem definition. Okay, so here I have talked with all of you. So here we have discussed, okay, we have problem with the earphones and the charger. So first step was empathize. You discuss with people, you take interviews, and then you come at the second step, which is the problem definition. So here we define our problem clearly, that okay, this is the problem and this is the problem we are going to solve. So here our problem is disorganized earphones. Okay, so this is our problem. So first step was to talk with people, understand their feelings and understand their problems, and then we define a problem clearly. So this step is called as problem definition. And then the third step is ideate, and this is going to be very interesting. So in ideate, what happens? We generate multiple ideas to solve a problem, and we just let our mind free. Okay, we just go to the moon, to the Mars, to the stars, to the galaxies. We just create a lot of solutions. These solutions may not be perfect, okay, and you could have any idea which is out of the world. Some people may say it is very stupid, some people may say it is not practical, it is not possible. So we just don't think about all of these things. We just generate a lot of ideas. Okay, how many ideas can we generate? So here all of you comment how many ideas can we generate. So how can you solve a problem of disorganized earphones? How can you organize your earphones properly? So here you just don't think about anything, you just give the ideas. It may not be possible, you may just create earphones which are just invisible, and you just press a button here at the mind and your earphones come inside your brain, inside your ears, and maybe inside the brain just music starts playing inside your brain. You don't even need the earphones, you can think about that also. And okay, so by untangling it, yes, a very innovative solution. No one has ever untangled their earphones before. Magnets and velcro, yes, magnets and velcro we can also use. Yes, yeah, that is also very good idea. Bluetooth earphones, yes, that is very good idea. Just remove the wire and all of the solution will be solved. Yes, that is a very good idea. But if people like me and you, those who are already having some earphones, for them we need to create the idea. Okay, velcro robots, we can make Bluetooth earphones. Yes, we always can make different things. But if we already has a wired earphones, a lot of people must be having wired earphones, how can we solve problem for them? Okay, magnet repelling wires, yes, that is very innovative idea, and that is quite good. I have a very innovative audience. I can untangle my earphones easily. But what happens if your earphones never get tangled? Okay, you will save a lot of time. So automatic roller, okay, AirPods, these are very costlier actually. AirPods cost about 12,000. You can get a decent phone in that amount of money. So now what we will do, I'll just use all of these ideas. And first of all, how can we, for example, the main problem is that my earphones are getting tangled because I let them free. Okay, I let them loose inside my bag or something, and they just get tangled upon. So this is the earphone and this is the wire. So this is the second one, and so here this is the wire and here it is the wire. So all of them are just getting untangled with each other, and this comes the jack here. Okay, and then this is the jack. Okay, so this is how our earphones are getting tangled again and again. So what if we can just organize our earphones in such a way that we can protect them, and we can also like store them properly. So whenever you need them, you just can like take it out from that pouch or something, and then you can just start using them. Okay, so now I'll just generate the ideas. I'll just rub all of these things. If you are taking notes, that is good. The first step was empathize, second was problem definition, and now we are at ideas. So I'll just remove all of these things. So now we are at the idea generation thing. So you can also draw your idea, and you can always upload your project ideas, what you are making, photos, pictures onto the Makershala community section. And here, so how can I do that? For example, I have earphone straighter. I have heard about this thing for the first time. Can you please elaborate on that? So what if I'll just make something like this? So this is a roller kind of thing, and I can just wrap my earphones over that. Okay, so I'll just wrap my earphones over that, and then the headphones, the things which go inside the ears, we can just put them inside this one. So here, and at the inside we will have our earphones inside. Okay, so these are going to be our earphones inside this one. So this is going to be a a roller kind of thing. Like the medicine, we have these small bottles for the medicine. You can put them inside and you can just roll everything onto the surface. And here also, so how about that? Okay, an inbuilt button in phone which we press and earphones comes out. Yes, that is very innovative idea. It is very good actually. You can work on that using Arduinos and other stuff. You can build that also. Good. Okay, you just can write down your ideas here. Okay, whatever ideas you are having, don't let them go in vain. Okay. What it unrotates itself and gets tangled again? Yes, that is also I'm thinking. What if it is getting untangled? For example, it is coming from out of here. Okay, it just comes out like this. For example, I rolled here and it just comes from this side. So we can also add some steps here also. Okay, like if we add some kind of collar thing here, and then it will stop from coming out. From here also we can add a collar thing. So from in this way we can do all of these things. Okay, Samta Malhotra, you have uploaded your many projects onto the Makershala. Yes, we will see your projects onto the Makershala website in a while once we complete these steps. I am not forgetting. Asha ma'am is saying how we will make. We will make all of them. We will make all of these things. Okay. So this was one idea. So, but the problem is that it is going to be a little longer. So it will have a length of about around 60 millimeter or maybe that, and it is of a round shape. So how can we make something which is more compact in nature? You must have seen the AirPods. Okay, so the case of the AirPods, it is just having the AirPods only because all of them are not having the wires. So why can't we make a thing like that? So this is going to be the front view. Okay, and here we'll just have two grooves where we will put the earphones. Okay, so these are going to be the ear where the speakers will go inside. Okay, and then the wires we will just wrap it onto this one. Okay, and it will have some thickness here, so it can look like this. Okay, so this is going to be the side view, and here, like here you can wrap your earphones. So if you just bring the wires from here, so these will be wrapped around here, and in the side view you can wrap your wires around here. Okay, like this. So it is going to be a very small assembly. Okay. Yes, Ashma Bansal, yes, we are going to make that product using cardboard here only. We are going to build this product here only, a basic prototype of that product. Okay. We can put magnets on the ear heads and the plug and on the container, so we will attach them. Yes, we can put the magnets, but there is a thing that the earphones also, the speakers also, they also have magnets, so maybe that can interfere with those magnets. Okay, I'm not sure about that, but yes, it can interfere. An automatic roller which can extend the wires as we need. Rishi Rajkar, an automatic roller which can extend the wire as we need, so we can increase the diameter of the roller, like that you saying? Yes, that can be done. Okay, in a while we will make, in about next 5 or 10 minutes we are going to make. Okay, before that I'll just take the questions and then we will move forward. So here you can see this is how we can make, and this is how it is going to look like. So this is having this assembly, and these are the hidden lines inside that. Okay, I hope all of you are familiar with these drawing things. We can also do a session on drawing also. So if you want a session on drawing, you can comment here. And so here these are going to be wrapped upon, and this is the back side where you can just put the 3mm jack also. Okay, so now I'll make this thing. Okay, so now I'll take the questions for next 2 or 3 minutes, and then we will start making this product. Okay, so you need cardboard, pencil, cutter or scissor. Cutter is like the which we use to sharpen the pencil, and you need pencil, cutter, Fevicol, and some cardboard. So I have this shoe box lying around me. You can use any shoe box like that, and we also have simple stationery items which you always find at the home. If you don't have the Fevicol, you can use the Fevistick also. So okay, there is no problem with that. Okay, you can use tape also if you don't have Fevistick also. Okay, so there is no issue with that. So now, yes, we will make this product now only. Okay. So I have all of these stationery items with me. Okay, so these are the stationery item I have. This is a surgical knife and they are giving this dangerous tool in my hands. I can do anything with that, so I'll keep it away. Be careful with the sharp items. And this is also cutter. This is much safer than that. Okay, and so we have this pencil and scale and the Fevistick also. Okay, and then the cardboard. So we will make with that. You have a pen also. You can use the pen also. If you do not have the cutter to cut down, we will do all of these things. If you do not have the cardboard, you can always use a shoe box, or if you have the thermocol, you can use thermocol also, but thermocol is not very eco-friendly, so we avoid using that. Yes, we can always implant a system inside our brain which can connect to the phone. We can always do these things, but now we just need to come on to the fourth step of the design thinking process, which is to build a prototype. Okay. Okay, so now if you have any questions, you can comment down below. Otherwise, we are going on to the Tinkercad and we will start building this thing. Okay, so here I'll delete all of these things. So first of all, I need a base. So for that, I'll just drag and drop a box here. So you can just zoom in, and let's say my earphones are, if I can get the earphones. Okay, so these are the earphones I have right now. These are all tangled up. So these are the earphones. I need to just make a product so that I can wrap them inside, and I can just fix these two, the speakers, inside that. Okay. The items are required only pretty basic: a pencil, a cutter, okay, a scale. Okay, if you have pencil, pen, marker, all of comes under the same category. Then the cutter, the scale, okay, and eraser if it is required, and something to glue it, maybe glue or Fevistick. I have the Fevistick here. The Fevicol will also work fine. Okay, so we need just basic things here. So now I'll just start making this. First of all, I need to create the base here. So this is going to be the base. So I'll make it as say 55, and then the length is going to be about around 80. Okay, so this is going to be my base, and I'll make it a little bit thinner. The height I'll keep it as say 3 millimeter height is good. Okay, and now this thing we haven't discussed. We will use something called as fillet here. So fillet, if you see here, so this is my drawing tab. Okay, so here you can see the edge is rounded from here. So if it would have been sharper, it would look ugly also, and it can it can damage also. You may see that on edge of the tables also. These are all rounded, so these are called as fillet, and we are going to do fillet. We will do the fillet for the edges of this the base block. Okay, now for the fillet, you can go to click here. You can see a lot of shapes here. So shape generator, and in the featured, okay, in the featured, you will get the fillet, and it is a little bit far away. Okay, we need to go on to the all section. So below the featured we have all section. In the all we will have the fillet. So I have looked it a lot of times, so I know it is on to the page 12. Okay, so this is here at the page 12, a meta fillet. Okay, so you can just click on to this star button, so that will be added in your favorite. So if you add here in the favorites, you can go to your favorite section here in the favorites, and here you can see the meta fillet. Okay, so because if we are going to use the fillet section a lot of times, so it is better we add it in the favorite section. So now I'll just drag and drop the meta fillet, and here you can see first of all we will just bring it here. So this is the Tinkercad is a tricky software. You need to use tricks to get your design done. So now this is solid, and how can we just make this thing fillet? So what we will do, just see it here. Okay, first of all just look at the process how we'll do that, then you can do it. Okay, so select both of them and click onto this align button, and just you can see these two black dots here. Okay, so I'll just zoom in more inside. So these two are the black dots, so these are for these edges. So I'll just bring it onto these edges. So here we can see this is the fillet or meta fillet at the corner of that. Okay, and so these are two aligned here, and now I'll just select the fillet. I can reduce the radius somewhat. Okay, it will go at the, so 20 is also fine. Okay, so now the trick here is that you need to make this fillet as whole. Make it as whole. So now, so this is a whole and this is a solid. So when we will group these two, so the fillet section will be taken out from this block. So you can just see it here. So if select both of them, and then we will just group them. Okay, so now you can see this is rounded from here, and we will do this thing for the next other sections also. So just bring the fillet here, we can rotate it at 90 degree. Okay, and we'll just bring it close to it, and then select both of them and then align with these two, and then select the fillet, again make it whole. So we'll just make it as group, and this will be cutted out, and again the same process. So it is a very good practice when you are a beginner at something. You just do it again and again so that you become expert in it. Okay, there are a lot of shortcuts, but as a beginner you do not need to use the shortcuts. Okay, try to use a longer but the correct way. So I'll just bring it closer and select both of them, and at the align. So okay, I have already, okay, so now it is aligned properly. Make it as whole, then select both of them and then just group them. Okay, so just one more step is remaining. For the next steps we can just copy and paste this geometry we have created. Okay, it is better to use the precise angle so that it becomes perpendicular. You can upload the pictures onto the Makershala website. Okay, so just select them and align. Okay, so this is aligned pretty properly. Make it as whole, and then you just select both of them and then group them. Okay, so now our base part is ready. So this is going to be our base, and then we need to make some layers here. So if I just go to the drawing section here, you can see these are some of the layers are going to become here. So where we will wrap our headphones. Okay. So now you can just select here, and you can duplicate it here, because we have spent a lot of time using the fillets. And then if you just copy duplicate onto the duplicate button, you will see a duplicated product here. With this arrow, the dark arrow button, you can just move it towards upside. Okay. And since our first was 3, the thickness of the first layer was 3, so if you just drag it, you can see it is how much distance. So we'll keep it as 3, so it becomes at 3 from the ground, so it is just touching that layer. Okay. And 3, and I'll make it of different color. So select that one and make it of, say, yellow color or your favorite one. So now we need to reduce the dimensions here. So the length is 80, I'll make it as 60, and then the width is 55, I'll make it as, say, 40. Let's go with the 40. We can always change that. So now it is a bit towards of the one side. We need to align that in the center. So just bring it in the center and then select both of them, and then you can align that. So align center from here. It is already from the center from the y-axis, so this is going to the x-axis. So now it is aligned. So now we need to create some of the more layers. We can also increase the height from here also. Okay, so if you just increase the height, say 12 or 13 millimeter, that will also work fine. But we are following this process so that the children from the 7th or 8th class can also make that. So that is how we are going to make this product using cardboard. So I am following that process only. Otherwise, it could have been done using some shortcuts also. So I'll just copy this one, duplicate, and I'll just move it upside. So now 3 and 3 6, so it will be at 6. Click, select it, and just change the color. So it is going to be blue one. So I'll make it a darker one because it is interfering with the workplace color. Again, 2 more layers to go, and then duplicate it, just move it a little bit upside. So 3 3 6, and then it is going to be at 9, I guess. Yes, it is going to be at 9. So I am calculating this dimension from the bottom. So the first layer was at 3 millimeter. First layer was thickness of 3 millimeter. Then the next layer was also 3 millimeter. So 2 of them make 6 millimeter, and then another layer. So like that, I'm calculating dimensions. So we'll make it as, say, pinkish color, and then again select this one, duplicate, move it a little bit upside. It is going to be 12, I guess, 9 and 12. So I'll make it color. So I'll make it as green color. Okay. So now we have 4 layers here, and that is how we are going to make this using cardboard. So you will cut a first layer using cardboard, then the second, third, and fourth layer, and then we'll do the next steps. So here you can see we have all of these layers, and then we need to make the upper layer where we will put our earphones. So I'll just select this one because it is going to be similar to this one. It has dimensions like that. So this one, select the bottom one and click on to duplicate, and then move it a little bit upside. So this is going to be 12 was last one. So 12 and 3, it is going to be at 15 millimeter thick, 1.5 centimeter. Okay. So it is here. I'll change the color to, which color I should choose now? Orange. Yes, orange looks fine. So now these all are different layers, and these all are different objects. So what we can do, we can select all of them, and now we will group them into one. Okay, but the thing is that we have used different colors so that I can show you the different layers. I do not want to mess with that. So you can just click onto the color button here, and you can choose as multicolor, and then the group button. Okay, that was not worked out how I expected. Okay, so now we have this one, and we will just select all of them, and we will, first of all, we will group, and then solid, we will keep it as multicolor. So now we can see all of this is just one geometry, just one single block, this is going to be our earphone holder. If you will just see onto the drawing section here, so this is going to be our earphone holder. So I'll just rub it again, and I'll just explain the idea again here. Okay, so the first one is the first layer. Okay, then we have created a small layer. Okay, we are adding layers to that, so it will become a little thick one, and then here we will make the grooves. Okay, so we will just make it as hollow so that we can just fix our earphones here, and then we will just wrap the cords onto this section. Okay, like this. So here we can wrap our earphones here only. Okay, so now I'll just start drawing. I need to create the grooves here. So earphones are having, yes, Rishiraj Rajkar, the jack will go at the bottom side. Okay, we'll think about that. We are still in the thinking process here. This is the pretty basic idea, and the first one too. No, it is not the first one. We have thought about 7 or 8 ideas. So now we need to create the groove so that I can fix my earphones. Okay, one will go like that and another will go like that. So I need to create the grooves here. So this is a tricky part. You pay attention here. Go to the basic shapes. So the first of all, the earphones are having shape which is spherical. So the first part is spherical. Mine are spherical. Mine are like that. You can choose the shape which is according to you. But the most of the earphones are having a similar kind of shape. Size may vary. So I'll choose the dimensions of the sphere as 12 in the X or in the Y, 12 in the Y and 12 in the Z, 12 millimeters. And then so at front this is as a conic section. So I'll have a cone here, not a cone, a paraboloid. Cone is bit like sharper from one side, paraboloid is a bit curvy from the end. So just drag and drop a paraboloid, and I'll just rotate at 90 degree. Okay, I wanted to rotate in the different direction, but no issues, you can rotate it at 180 degree. Okay, now it's good. And then I'll just reduce the dimension of the paraboloid. So I'll make it as 10 because the sphere was 12, so it was bigger, and this is going to be the paraboloid, so all of this is going to be fixed inside that. So it will represent the speaker section of my earphones. What you call them? These are earbuds, I guess. These are called earbuds. So I'll make it as 10, and then again I'll make it as 10, and the length also I'll make it as say 10. Okay, so length is also, I think the 8 is a bit good, because if I'll make it as 10, it will look a little bit lengthier, right? So I guess 8 is fine, so I'll keep it as 8. We can always reduce or increase that depending upon our need. So now we need to join these two parts here, so the sphere and the parabola. So I'll just drag and bring it here close to it, and you can just drag and bring it also very close to it. So here I'll just select both of them, and then I'll just align them at the center. So like this. Now this comes at the center. Okay, so these are aligned properly right now, because here so the thing is that here sometimes we just need to go freehand also, like without a dimension, because we are still developing. Because when you will make a fully working, fully featured prototype or the product, you will always going to use some professional softwares. Okay, so here Tinkercad is made for the kids or the people those who are new to designing, so that they can just quickly prototype their idea. Because if you make all of these things in SolidWorks or any other professional software, it will take a lot of time, and plus these softwares are not free. Okay, so Tinkercad is free. You can make this prototype very easily, very fast, and you can 3D print it, so you can test it out. Okay, so that is why Tinkercad is useful for all of us. I was very reluctant to using Tinkercad and these things, but now when I'm using that, I find it very useful because it saves a lot of time. So I'll just drag and bring. So I'll align it again. So okay, so now it is it looks fine, it is aligned properly. Now I need to just select both of them. Okay, so these are called ear plugs. So now these are joined together. Now I need to figure out a way how can I make these things. So these are the ear plugs done. Now I need to make this one also. So this the part which is going inside the ear plugs to connect the wire. So for that the wire is similar to a cylinder. So I'll just move it little bit towards this side, and I'll just bring a cylinder here. So the thickness is going to be around 3 millimeter. So the 3 millimeter and again 3 millimeter, and height we will change it again. So let's make it height as make it height as say 35, because we can always reduce and increase that, and rotate it onto the 90 degree, and now I'll bring it near to the my ear plugs. Here, and little bit towards downside, downwards, and okay, they are pretty still far away. So we are like having difficulty while navigating in this 3D area. How do you think that astronauts are navigating in 3D space where there is no reference point? So reference point is very important. So I'll just select both of them and try to align them. So align is a little bit tricky thing into this. So you need a practice with align. So now it will come at the center. Yes, it happened pretty good. Now I'll just move it. So from here you can just choose a one viewpoint. So I'll just look it from this side. So now I can see here properly. So now it is going inside and here. So here if I'll just rotate it, I can see it pretty well. So it is a little bit towards of the ear plug side, which the thing which goes inside there. I'll make take it towards this side. So now I think it is good. Okay, obviously it is not perfect, but it is fine for a prototype. So you just select both of them, and then we'll just group. Okay, so now these two are grouped, and now just take it upside, rotate it onto the Z axis, and at 90 degree. Yes, we are at 90 degree. So I need to make a copy also. We can just duplicate this one. First I'll just figure out the location of it. After that I'll show you one more thing, one more critical thing in the Tinkercad, which is going to be very beneficial. So just bring it here, and don't worry about the location here. If it looks fine to you, just bring it here, and then select it, and using this duplicate button, I'll just duplicate it, and I'll bring it here, and I need to rotate it onto this axis, the Y axis. So 180 degree I'll rotate, I guess. Okay, so 180 degree is fine. And now what we can do here, we need to create this hole here. So I'll just take a little bit downwards, more downwards. This is fine. We are having a problem here. I will tell you how you can fix that. Okay, so this one is little bit towards downside, and this is little bit upside. So I'll just move it more down, little bit upside. So what if I make it as 0? Okay, so that is also, what if I make it as 0? So now these two are perfect. So what we do, just select one first and then make it as whole, and then select this one also and then make it as whole, and then just select all of the geometry and then group them. So now we will be able to see a hole here, means the section for these. So I'll just change the color of this one. I'll make it as yellow. Yellow looks fine on the screen. Yes, you can see all of the details here. So here you can see because you will put your earphones here and then you will bring the wire from this side. So here you can see we are having a problem here. The wire will not come from here and will not be able to wrap it here. So we need to create the section here also. So these are called as slots in the mechanical design. Okay, so I'll just do a trick here. I'll just bring the box little bit towards upside, and thickness is going to be 3 as similar to that one, and height we don't worry about the height. Well, I'll make it as 10 millimeters. Okay, so I'll just bring it closer. Oops, the wrong geometry, but that is also fine. So I'll just select the top view here. I'll see it from the top side and I'll bring both of them at the center. So here, so what I'm going to do here, I'll just bring this block here and then I'll make it as hollow, and so this is going to be the cavity here. So the height I'll increase a bit. I'll make it as, say, 30 is going to be fine. Okay, I'll need to bring it towards this side. Okay, now I think it is fine. So this looks fine to me. I need to bring it a little bit downwards, so bring it down, 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 and this is fine. This position is fine. Just 1 or 2 millimeter from here. We're just doing it as rough. Okay, like this you need to make it. Okay, and you can also bring it a little bit towards right side, but this looks fine to me because we don't want to spend too much time using prototyping only, so that we can move on to making the real product here. So just select this one and before make it as hollow, and we'll duplicate it also. So we'll duplicate, Control D. You can select the duplicate from here also, and then just bring it here. The same thing we will do here also. So from the left side you can see, is it fine or not? No, we need to move it towards the left side. Okay, now it is not fine. Need to move it a little bit towards the right side. Okay, now it looks perfect. Okay, I hope it is not interfering here also. From the top you can also look. Okay, so now I'll just select all of these things and then I'll just group them. So here you can see we have this one. So you will just put your headphones here, and then we'll just, so the earphones will go inside these cavities, inside these two cavities, and then you'll just take out your wire from here, and then you will be able to wrap your wire onto this one. Okay, and then one thing is also remaining. We need to make the section where we will put the headphone jack, the jack. Okay, so now I will just rotate it on to, say, minus 180 degree upside down. So here I'll teach you some very important thing here. So it is saying, it is called as, into the featured, if you go, you see this extrusion. So extrusion is what, if you just drag and drop the extrusion here, so here you will be able to see this circle. Okay, the power of this is that you can just drag and these points and create the shape you want. So this is very powerful. This is similar to the drawing, almost similar to the drawing. Okay, so like this you can just drag and just give it the shape as you want. These are the splines. You can just drag and the whatever the shape you want to give them. So I am giving the shape it as of a jack. You can also use a rectangle, one rectangle here and then another rectangle here, then you can fill it also, but I want to teach you this concept also, so I am using this one. So Okay, and from here, okay, I guess this looks fine. Okay, so I think it is okay now. So done. I'll just reduce the height, so I'll make it as say 10 millimeter, and then I'll bring it here and bring at the center. So this side could be a more lengthier, so that it just comes from here to here. Nope, it is different one, it is different one, it is a different one. So this side I'll make it a bit long. Okay, and then I'll bring it a little bit here, and then I'll make it as whole, and then I'll just drop it from this much. Okay, and then just select all of these, and then we will combine. What happened here? So this is the earphone holder. You can see we have covered a lot of things here. Now I guess I hope all of you have made this in the Tinkercad. I'll just take questions. If you have any questions, we'll wait for here for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll start with the making here. Okay, so the prototyping is done. Now we will start the making. Okay, if you're done with the making, if you have any doubt till now, you can ask in the comments. Ruhan, the design is auto saved. You don't need to do anything. It is saved already in your account. It is already saved, but you can just click onto the export button and export inside the STL format into your computer. You can download that also. Okay, it will take some time. Now we will do the making. Okay, now we will start with the making here. All of you just get fired up, yaar. We have done so many things here. Okay, we have started from the basics of the Tinkercad. Okay, we have learned about Tinkercad, the basic. Then we move on to the design thinking process. We are just following the same process that the people are at SpaceX or Tesla, Maruti, all of these companies are using this kind of process only. Okay, so we use Tinkercad, we then use the design thinking process, and then we found a solution, a problem, and then we are making a prototype for that solution also. Okay, so be cheerful, have a cup of coffee or tea or juice, whatever you want. Stay here with energy and start making. Okay, so I'll take the questions here. So how do we save? It is already saved. You don't need to save it. It is already saved inside your account. Tinkercad similar to 3D builder. I haven't used that 3D builder, so I don't know about that. Can I share it with you? Yes, you can share it with me. You can always upload that onto the Makershala community section. We will be able to see that. You just write the proper description, add the proper images or the video, and we will see that, and I'll show that onto the stream also in the next stream. I'll show you the designs which are made by people like you, smart people like you. Yes, you should be excited about using all of these things because we are doing the real things here. Problem identification, then creating solution for that. Okay, how cool is that? We just in couple of hours, we just in 1.5 hour, we just found a problem, and then we have created a solution for that also. Okay, so now I think we can start with the making. Okay, I have this cardboard, and now I'll keep my laptop a little bit towards side, and I'll bring the camera near that. Okay, so so here just wait for 1 minute. So now you will just okay, it was a problem, the mic was off. So Maya is better than the Tinkercad, but what you can do in Maya in 10 minutes you will be able to do in Tinkercad in 1 minute. Okay, and Maya is paid but Tinkercad is free. Okay, so now I'll switch off the camera for 1 minute. You will see the black screen now, and my mic will be off. Okay, now you will see the Tinkercad screen. Okay, you will see the Tinkercad screen, and my mic will be off, and we will start with the making. I am right here with you. You may not be able to see me, but I think you can hear me properly. We are just setting up the camera for that, so that we can make here something. So all of you just get your cardboards and your tools ready, and we will start with the making. Okay, so these are the tools which we are going to use. Next class will be on Sunday, and that will also include a very exciting topic. We are doing 2 live streams in a week with new technologies, new and exciting technologies. Okay, if you do not have the glue, you can use Fevistick or tape also, that will also work fine. Double-sided tape or clay. You can hear me and you can see me also. So this is how we are going to make things. Okay, and I think I have applied a filter here, so I'll just go on to the filter and I'll remove the chroma key from here. Okay, so I hope this is fine and you are able to see these things. I'll just okay, I think it is visible clearly for everyone now. So now we will start making. So first of all, we need to sketch. Okay, so here you can just draw a rough sketch here. So first of all, what we made the first one was the 80 millimeter. So I'll just make it as 80 millimeter, and its width was 55 millimeter. So here I'm using a scale. You can also use a scale, and like that. So this is going to be the section where I will put my earplugs. Okay, so first of all, using a cutter or a scissor, but whichever is available to you, but be careful if you are using a cutter here. I am also being extremely careful. This is a surgical knife I am using. So I'll just cut these things, and then I'll just okay, nice and easy. Be careful with your hands. So like this you need to cut this thing out. We need some more. I'll put the box aside. So now I need to draw my earphones here. So these are my earphones, and now I need to draw my earphones here. So like this, if you are able to see me on the camera, I'll hold them like this, and from here, keeping them here, I think it will be difficult for you to see, but I guess you get the idea. So I'll just mark the headphones here. So this is going to be this section, and this is, so you can draw it according to your earphones, the type of earphones you are going to use. If you have iPods, AirPods, then you don't need to do this, but do it. You will learn a lot of things here. Okay, so I'll just mark. So like this my earphones are going to look like. Okay, we can just make it as little bit smooth. So this is going to be the one earphones, and this is going to be the second ear plug. Again the same thing. I hope it is visible to you. Okay, so this I have drawn, and again I'll make it as okay. I hope all of you can see. Yes, now it is visible for all of you. Now I know. So dimensions are this one. This side is 80 millimeters long, and this the width is 55 millimeters. Okay, are you able to see it? 80 millimeters and then 55 millimeters, or 8 centimeter or 5.5 centimeter. Okay, because in India we use the metric system, so usually we measure the dimensions in the millimeters, because all of people are using millimeters. So millimeter is a good way, but centimeter is also fine. All of them are the same, from the same family, the metric systems. If you go outside in the India, in the rural market, so I'm from Haryana and Punjab, so the lot of people are using still British system, like inches. So they work in the inches. If you ever encountered a carpenter at your home, so all of them are using a British system, so they measure in the inches. So now one part is done, so I can easily cut it using the cutter. Okay, but if you do not have the cutter, what you can do, you can just punch it using this pen. Okay, so you can just punch it using the pen. Be careful while doing that. So you can just hold it here and punch it nice and easy, so that it can come from another side. Okay, like that, and so then you can cut it out. Otherwise, if you are having a scissor, will not work properly. Scissor will be difficult for you if you do it with the scissor. But if you have a pen, if the pen is not working, that is fine. Do not waste the stationery. So the pen, you can do this with pen, but I'll use the cutter. I have the surgical knife. I'm performing this operation nice and easy. So I'll just start from here, and nice and easy, the first layer is gone, so there is no turning back from now. And the first layer is done, and nice and easy. I am always afraid that I'll just cut my fingers with this one. Be careful with that. I am being extremely careful. Okay, nice and easy. Not coming from this one, so I'll just cut it from the first side. If you are having a cutting mat, that would be better, because you will not ruin your table if you are working on the table. Please do not sit on the bed sheet and do this. Okay, little tricky, but we all are makers. It is our, what you say, it is our dharma to make things. It may take some time, but we will make. Okay, so now I'll be able to cut this out. Okay, so now you will able to see I have taken the shape out. One down, couple of more to go. So using a cutter, you can just make it a bit nicer. because it is our first prototype, that is why it is looking like this. So I'll cut the another one. Again, I am saying be careful with this one if you are using a cutter. Cutters are very dangerous thing to use. Okay. Yes, some people are really smart. They are using cutters since class 2. Good for you. But I am a bit of a sharpener person. Okay. So this is done. Okay. So here you can see I have taken the first part out. So now what we will do, we can fix our earphones here, but because it is of very less thickness, so we need to make it thick with different layers like we did in the designing. Okay. So get the coffee handy. I also have my coffee. So now I need to make some layers also. So the layer which is going to be at the bottom of this, so this is the first part, the layer will go at the bottom of this and it will also have the same shape. Okay, this is the same grooves. So I'll just take it out it as a little smaller. So at first the dimensions, the length was 80, so I'll make it as now 65. You can always reduce the dimension, so cut it, you can take more first, and then if it is extra you can take it out. So I'll take it as 65 at the length, and in the width I'll take it as 45. So again mark it, and then we can cut this out. Okay, so first of all cut it. Okay, so my head was coming in front of the camera. So this one is done, and now we need to make sure that we cut 4 more pieces like this. Okay, so from here only I can cut. You can just mark using this one and you can cut it like this. Done. From this side also. I think students are better at using cardboards rather than the adult people. Okay, so this one done. I'll take it out. Okay, so 2 done. I'll take 2 more. So I'll take from this side. This is pretty thick now. I'll just tear it apart. I'll just do it from this side. Okay. Oops, done. Little bit not fine, but we can just do it later. So one more to go. Again same thing, take it out from this side and from this side. Okay, okay, so now we need to make this shape on all of these, and we need to make these grooves also. Okay, so what we can do, you can just put it here. So this one we need to make the groove on, and this one it is already having these grooves, the holes. So I'll just put it on this one, and using the pencil or the pen we will trace these out so that we'll make them properly, and all of them having the similar kind of dimensions. So bring it like this, and oops, I have not done it here, but since it is a basic shape, so make it nice and curvy. Okay, so again using the cutter, take out the parts, be little careful, the cardboard may get a little bit twisted, so try not to do that. All of you are doing a really good job. Actually, we have been here since a lot of time. All of the makers spending their quality time in quarantine learning with me new things. This shows how the type of person you are. If you are spending the time just watching Netflix and stupid shows onto the Amazon Prime and others, then you are wasting your life. So use the time of quarantine to learn new things. Okay, I'm also learning new things in the quarantine, so you can also make use of your time. So this one is done. Okay, and now the another one. There is something called a sunboard sheet. So sunboard sheet would also be very good material for these kind of making, because you can cut it very easily, because the cardboard is having multiple layers in between, because it is made so that it will not get twisted for the packaging. Sunboard sheet is good for the making. So if you use that, because we wanted to make it so that you can do it at home with the things which are available to you at the home, so that is why we are using these things. Otherwise sunpack sheet or sunboard sheet is good. Wood is also good, but it is difficult to cut. And from here yes, there will be so many things to learn. There are so many things to learn, and we are going to learn a lot of things in these quarantine days. So now again do the same thing, trace these things with the pencil. Okay, so this is done, so you can just improve this. And here again the same thing. There are a lot of things which can just motivate you, which are online, like various shows are there, web series and shows which are really good. You can just watch some if you want some motivation. Yes, there are some other streaming services also, like Discovery and the Curiosity Stream, where you can watch some documentaries. Documentaries are always better than the movies, because first thing is that documentaries are based on the real situations and the real people, and you can learn a lot of things from the documentaries. Discovery is a really good place. Discovery, from my childhood we used to watch Discovery a lot onto the TV, and now you can just watch Discovery online also. You can learn about how NASA landed their spacecraft onto the moon, their behind the scenes. They had a very small, very little computing power. Just if you compare with them, your smartphone is, I think, like 1,000 times or even like 10,000 times powerful. Then the computers of Apollo space program, this Apollo space rocket Saturn V5. But now we have the people who are going to take our astronauts onto the space, the SpaceX. They are launching their first human rocket, the rocket which is carrying the humans onto the 27th May. It is really good to watch all of these things, because they motivate you to do higher type of work rather than spending time on stupid things, watching comedy videos. You can spend your time building things and solve problems. That is the purpose of a maker, and everybody is a maker at home, at heart. You may think that you don't know how to do things. You can learn all of these things. I come from the mechanical engineering background, and I have learned a lot of things on my own, onto the YouTube, various courses. And here it also at Makershala, there are really good people, very smart people, building courses and designing these activities for you. So you can take the advantage here. So this one is also done. Yes, you are designing Tinkercad on Tinkercad. Good. One more to go, I guess. Yes, one more to go. We need 4, so 2 more are needed. So again, trace these. Yes, 2 MB data on Apollo 11. Yes, I'm not sure about that, how much data they have, but I have seen a video on the YouTube. There's a channel, so I think TechWiki is there. TechWiki, they just went to the, because in America they have these museums for the Apollo space program. So here the people, the scientists and the engineers, those who worked on the Apollo space program, they explain about the hardware they have used onto the Apollo. And they made pretty good things with that. Actually, it is very, how to say it, inspiring, that how they thought about it, from nothing to landing a man onto the moon. It is the, if you ask me what is the biggest invention, or what is the thing that is most inspiring as a like in the designing field, so I'll say that is a nozzle. A lot of people may disagree with me. A lot of people say the wheel is a very innovative thing, but I'll say it is the nozzle. So if you just look on to the, what is the nozzle? So nozzle is the ending part of a rocket. So from the fire comes out, or the exhaust gases comes out. So nozzle is what is doing. Nozzle is increasing the pressure of the rocket. So depending upon, according to the third law of the Newton, you can, the more force you put, and then it is trying to push your rocket more upwards. Science is a pretty powerful thing, and here we are just combining science and the technology, because science just gives you the concepts or the formulas or the theories. Okay, you can do these things, you can do these things, but when it comes to the technology is the actual making. So there is always the world is divided between engineers and the scientists. So the scientists are just not just, they're actually doing a really good work, but engineers are the ones who are actually making them happen. So a scientist at the NASA may do some research, he may find some planets, black holes, and what engineers are doing, engineers are making stuff happen. So they make the machines, they make the prototypes and all of these things. So both of them have their own advantage. Scientists are just like the poets, I should say. Poets, there's a saying in the Hindi, jahan na pahunche ravi wahan pahunche kavi. So where their sun cannot go, a poet can go. So scientists are like poets, so they can just imagine anything, like the Feynman or the Einstein, Stephen Hawking. They have found out a pretty good thing just by imagining or using the plain mathematics, while engineers, they need something to work with. They are more of the hardware, in the hardware part. So I hope all of you are following along with me. We are moving one step closer to our goal. So I'll just take it out from here also. Okay, so now these are done. So now what we need to do, we need to glue these things together, and I think 3 are fine, but I'll take one more because we need a little bit thickness. Okay, so I'll mark with this one. This is our master. So that are, because the dimension are being little bit skewed on every part we are cutting, so it is better to take the reference from the master. Okay, so again, interests are actually depending upon person to person. Some people may, okay, slow down. Am I moving too fast? Because I am just doing the same process again and again. Okay, I am just cutting this one. I have taken this part out and like this, and then I'm making this same part again and again. So this is the same process actually. Yes, you can make it with me. That is the goal of this stream. That is why I'm making it very slowly. Otherwise, I could have made it and showed it to you. Okay, that is why I'm making it with you, so that you can also make it along with me. And that is why I'm moving so slow. Okay. So what else we can talk on while we are building this? We have talked about space and rockets, and yes, Mars is pretty interesting topic for me actually. If you ever get a chance to go on to the Mars and knowing that it is going to be a one-way trip, will you go there? Will you go there? Answer in the comments. If Elon Musk comes to you, hello, are you willing to go on to the Mars in my next Falcon Heavy rocket? Will you go? And it is going to be the one-way trip. One-way trip? No, a lot of people are saying no. Why no? Mars is pretty exciting. Mars, obviously, there is going to be some dangers to it, but there are dangers on Earth also, like coronavirus. That is why we all sitting at home. There is always dangers. Okay, so a lot of people are saying yes. Okay. Yes, Anil Chauhan. Yes, Harneet Kaur. Yes. Good. So now comes the next question. So if you can just take one thing apart from food and clothes and other things, you can take one thing with you. Okay, what is going to be that thing? Only thing you are allowed to take at Mars. Forget about food, that will be provided by NASA. Or if you are Matt Damon, you can grow your own potatoes at the Mars. But if there is one thing, yes, very good. Subscribe to Makershala. You will learn a lot of things. So if you are allowed to take just one thing, what you are going to take? So okay, it is Utkarsh. Okay, and then we have awesomely bros 224 Artemis to go to moon and Mars human. So 2024 is going to the moon first. So first we are planning to build a base onto the moon, so that we can just take a little fuel from here to the moon, and then we can refuel at the moon, and then we can go on to the Mars. So that Artemis is that. And yes, I will be coming back onto the Curiosity rover after COVID-19 is over. Plus I will take my phone. Phone is very, what you will do with the phone, because you will not have any internet there, and 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 you will, You will also have a laptop from NASA, na? They will provide you. So I'm asking about something very uncommon. Give me some interesting answers here. Phone is very oxygen cylinder. Yes, that is very smart. But oxygen will be provided to you because a lot of people will be at with you. So we need to ensure the safety of the astronauts. So that will be provided to you. But apart from that, yeah, apart from that, music, yes, awesomely bros, music is very important. Okay, music is, if I think about personally, I'll take a lot of coffee. I know it is from food and if that is not allowed, but the coffee is very important. And another thing I'll take is books. You can always read a lot of books on the Kindle and the digital things, but the hard books, hard cover or like hard copy is a different feeling. Okay, so now we have completed the first step. We have taken out these layers here. So I have 4 layers in the between, and this is going to be the top where we will fix the earphones, and then we will make one more block which is going to be at the bottom. Okay, so I'll just take it out one more. So that is going to be the same size of this one. So it is going to be 80 long, 80 millimeter long and 55 wide. Okay, so I'll just take it out, and then from here, okay, so this is going to be the bottom one where we will fix our headphone jack. Yes, Shilpa Jan is saying somewhere to record my experiences. Yes, you need a camera so that you can vlog onto the Mars. How can we make for headphones? Yes, headphones, you can follow the same principle here, but for that you need a bigger boxes or some bigger space where you can fix. So now we'll just glue them together. Make sure all of them are at of the same orientation. Okay, so now I'll just start gluing them. So first of all, I'll just use the fabric. You know, the space travel has made so many innovations. The Velcro, the innovation of the Velcro has happened because people needed to stick their tools and other accessories onto the space stations. So the Velcro was invented for the space only, and then AC because it is hot on the Mars. Arey yaar, AC, you will be provided with the state of the art incubation or the air conditioning and the where you will stay. So that will automatically have the AC. But the Mars is not too hot actually. It is colder than its atmosphere is cold than the Earth. So that is why a lot of people are planning that we need to go onto the Mars and we need to do global warming onto the Mars so that Mars temperature of the Mars becomes higher and it is becomes good for us. So someone is asking which software do you use for live stream. So we use OBS here for the live streaming. It is very good software and free also. So it is best to use the free softwares. There should be no limitation which is stopping you to make things. There are always way to do things. Okay, so if someone thinks that okay, I don't have the software, what I will do, you always have some things by which you can solve the problem. So now I have fixed here, but be careful while you are making them, pasting them. So you can remove the corners also, but be careful if you are using a cutter. Okay, next, the timing for the next stream will be shared with you. We will add the link will be provided to you. If you subscribe to Makershala, you will receive the notification also. Okay, and you need to press the bell icon also. So the bell icon will give you the notification once you subscribe. So okay, So here you need to make sure that you are pasting them a little bit. You are leaving some space on that all of the sides so that you can wrap your earphones. These are a little bit bigger. They could have been 5 millimeters small, but it is okay. This is our first prototype here. So I'll just paste it. So yes, we were saying that a lot of innovations are happened due to the space program only. The velcro was one, and then the automatic tools. Now you must have seen that automatic drilling, which you do not need to plug it, you just have the battery, and the screwdrivers, automatic screwdrivers with the batteries. All of them are built so that astronaut can work properly in the space environment, doing spacewalking and other stuff. And then we need another thing. Now all of you must have been seeing that Pentagon has released some of the videos of the alien craft UFO. How many people do you think that that do there aliens exist in this world? And what will happen if you encounter an alien? If an alien just comes up to you and it is asked, teach me something. Yes, NASA will provide us basic facilities, but not friends. I'll not agree with you. NASA will send you with some people, and the astronauts, they have pretty good bonding with each other because it is very important. You will be going for I don't know how many years. So now we need to do one more thing here. We need to cut out the section for jack also. Okay, so that we can fix a jack here. So I'll just mark the for the jack. Okay, make the marking for jack also. So like that, trace the jack using pencil, and you can just make it nice and easy. Okay, so now we'll just aliens exist according to me. Yes, actually it is very controversial topic. I also feel like that it is very odd that okay, we have a galaxy and it has like billions of stars, and we have billions of galaxies also. Why are we so lucky that only we are having life on Earth onto our solar system? So yes, we do not have the proof, but deep down I feel like yes, there may be some alien life. And what I mean by alien life is some intelligent alien life. Intelligent means like people like us or intelligent than us, so then only they will be able to come to us. So we have sent a pretty large amount of signals onto the space so that aliens can receive them. And so the first thing was the Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 spacecrafts. Okay, so they are still floating at the edge of our solar system. So the Voyager 1, I guess it is crossed our solar system now. Voyager 2 is at the end of that one, and just you can just imagine how amazing people were at NASA working at that time. Okay, so they launched this spacecraft around 1965 or 63. I do not remember the correct year, but it is still transmitting the data. Can you imagine? Yes, both have crossed. Yes, and just imagine the fact that we build something here, we build a phone here, and it does not work for 2 or 3 years or even 4 years properly. Okay, but the people, they have designed it using so much passion and so much love that it is still floating in the outer space. And the space is very crucial environment. It is the temperature ranging from minus 200 degrees to positive 300, 400, 500 degrees, and so many asteroids are there. It may collide with anyone, but it is still transmitting the data, and it is so far away we cannot even count it in the kilometers. And Voyager 1 is having or is having a golden record. So now we have joined all of these layers. Okay, so here we will wrap up our wire Okay, and this is section where we will put our the jack. So I'll just put it here like this, and you can just press it so that it is glued properly. And now I think we are ready to test it out. So if there are some things which are not very much aligned, so you can remove it using the cutter, but be careful, do not damage the cardboard. I'm going to take this thing for sure onto the Mars, but then I'll get the yes, maybe there are aliens in the real life. Yes, I am sure there are aliens in the real life, I have no doubt about it, but we are yet to find the proofs, because even if the governments know that there are aliens, they may not tell the people, because the people will feel very much afraid. And due to the movies also, we have a very bad reputation about the aliens, that they are going to and destroy our life. So now we are at the final stages, so here we will going to test. Yes, Ruhan, I am going to come on to that topic. Voyager contains a golden disk which has noises of almost everything on the earth and greeting in many languages. It has songs from different languages, from India also, and it has one song which is my favorite. So please remind me at the end. I'll just going to play that. So that song has such vibrations. If you just play it and you just lie down and close your eyes, you will feel like you are floating in the space. The song is so powerful, and it is not even song, it is just the music instruments only. So now I'll just try to fix my earphones here. So I have made it a little bit tight. So that they do not come out. Okay, it is actually a little bit more tighter than that I have expected. Yes, we are also alien for them. Yes, we are alien for some people actually. So I'll just remove some of the material from here because it is a little bit tight. This is not going properly inside. Which RPG gun? I'm not Ranjan Prasad. A lot of boxes are coming. Okay, RPG, so that can aiming. Yes, be careful. It may come out from the skin also. This happened, actually this thing happened when the first movie was released in the India. So people went to watch the movie inside the cinema hall. This was the first time that people are watching something onto the screen. Okay, so they went inside, and some horses were running and some fire was there. So the people started screaming and they started running. So they thought that horses are actually coming towards them. So that happens. Be careful. Anything can happen in digital India. So now I guess I can just try to fix them. So I'll bring it here. Yes, one is gone. It is a little bit tight, but we can always reduce when it is tight, because if it is loose then we do not have any other way. So yes, done. And now I'll just wrap the wires here. So this goes wires. The wire is so long. This is the first time I'm noticing wire wrapping. It is so long. And yes, you will just bring it from here, and you just, it is not actually pasted properly. and here you can fix the jack. Yes, I can make it more nice and tidy. I'll fix it again. So I'll take it out and okay, so I'll just bring them close. Actually, we also having some people are also building it with me also. So we are at the competition who will build it better or who will build it fast. So I think I can see that also. I can show you that also. So here it is. Okay, yes, that is pretty good. So here it is built by another member at Makershala. It is just the same technique, but yes, the corners are rounded and it is, I think it looks better, but because I'm teaching also. Yes, there was a radio signal which was printed out and it said wow. Yes, it said wow, but then again after that we haven't received any signal from that frequency. There are so many mysteries in the space world actually. So you can make your cardboards better using a scissor. You can cut the corners. Okay, so using a scissor. Yes, Rohan, we can also 3D print it, but the thing is that we are making this tutorial so that all of the people can make it at home, because you may be having a 3D printer at home, but a lot of people are not having it. So we are making so that all of the people can build it and have the first hand experience of designing a program, designing a product to solve a problem. Okay, so that is the purpose for that. Because if you 3D print it, that will obviously look better and it will have better accuracy than the cardboard. But the cardboard here is so that all of you can learn the making. Sticking material, we should, no, I will not say should, but we can use glue gun also, because glue gun is hot and you need to be very careful, and it is not very easily available. Not all of the people are having glue guns at home. So if you have, it is good to use, no issues with that, but be careful, it is pretty hot. But otherwise the Fevistick is perfectly fine. Fevistick takes a little bit longer to join. Okay, so I'll test out this one also. So I'll put my earphones here. Okay, Surya Datta, please play the song. Okay, I'll play the song now. So I will just listen to this song here. So I have kept it as a bookmark. So whenever I feel like I want to play it.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct.
Here we have a lot of 3D printers. I'll share the link with you for the song. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll right now share on in the comment. No, then you will leave the stream. I'll share you afterwards in the comments. I'll share it with you. Okay, so here is our freshly designed, and first of all we conceptualize this design, and then we have made it using 3D print, in the Tinkercad we have made a 3D model, and now we have made this product using cardboard. Okay, so this is made by me and this is made by another maker at Makershala. So mine is better. Okay, still I'm using this one, but mine is better. So here it is, and see, now what you need to do, you can tell how to sign in using kids Gmail. Then you can make an account at Autodesk also. That is also very easy. You can watch it, you can make an account at Autodesk. That is free of cost, no issues with that. Okay, so I hope all of you have made this one, and what you can do now, you just make this one, take photograph and make a design of it. Okay, so now we are going to change the angle of the camera. Now you will be able to see me in a while. Okay, so this was the song actually. Voyager Golden Record, Dark was Night, Blind. Okay, so now you are going to see me in a second. So I'll go to the Makershala and I'll tell you where you can upload this one. So this is the Makershala website, and so here in the community section you can publish your project. So here you can see a lot of people have made a different project. So this is by Akriti Dawar, Anita Yadav. We had a face mask challenge, so a lot of people made a face mask. So these are all the students from the Makershala. These made these different DIY stuff, so to solve the really challenging problems. So now all of you can do, you need to you can click the pictures and of the making process. You can also make a video also, and then you write about it, because documentation is really important. Okay, you made it, but you can help others also to learn. Like I am teaching you, I am sharing my knowledge with you. Like that, you can also share your knowledge with others also. Okay, so it is better if you write a document about it. Okay, that how I made, why I made, what steps I followed, what is the design thinking, what are the different steps of design thinking, how can I solve problems in design thinking. So all of these you can just make a document and add pictures or videos, so that other people can also get the help. Okay, so now in a minute, right now you will be able to see me. Okay, I have removed the filter, so I'll add it. Now my secret is revealed. You can see the green screen behind me. Okay, it is gone, and there is autofocus on. We need to turn it off. Okay, so now you can see me here, bright and shiny still. So here you can upload all of the projects, whatever you are building, onto the Makershala. And if you haven't subscribed to if you haven't subscribed onto our YouTube channel, please subscribe, like this video, and share this video with your friends. Okay, we are going to make 2 videos. Again, I'm repeating, 2 videos in a week. Each week we will discuss a new technology. Here today we discussed about Tinkercad, design thinking. Last week we have discussed about game designing using Scratch, and next week on the Sunday, so we upload on Wednesday and Sunday. Okay, so we will discuss about all of these technologies. So I can this work in an Apex sheet? Apex sheet you can also use that. So if you have any questions, you can ask here. Yes, session was good, but it was long, too long. It is okay. We are building things here. We can spend a lot of time watching movies, but we can spend time also. Okay, so here we have a contest for you. First of all, what you need to do, you will upload your pictures and the document onto the community section, and listen to me carefully. The person who will have more votes, we will listen to carefully. The person who will have more votes, we will send him or her a 3D printed case for the earphones. Okay, so this was made using cardboard, but you upload on the community section. The person who is having more votes onto the blog or their product, we will send from Makershala a 3D printed case for holding these earphones. Okay, do you like it? Okay, so I forgot to tell you my name. Actually, I forgot my name. So in this time I thought I'll tell my name. So my name is Vishal and I work at Makershala. So I guess okay, so now there are some conditions for the project. You cannot just copy this one. Okay, you cannot just copy and upload it. You can choose a different design also, or you can choose some other problem also to solve. So that is up to you, but it should be original idea and it should be innovative. Okay, and then we will if it is upload it onto the Makershala, and if it is having more votes, we will make a 3D printed design of that and we will send it to the winner. Okay, so here by this we came to the end of this video. I hope you learned something in this session. Stay home, stay tuned, keep learning and keep innovating. So bye bye, we will see you on the